But then there's also intent. Hey, that person was trying to save your life. You know, there's a car coming, right? What an unbelievable Amway pyramid scheme comparison to Christianity. What's that all about? Well, you're going to learn about that in today's video with the comment that I got on one of the videos. Link will be in the description below so you can check out that source video. And without further ado, let's get right into what this individual had to say. He said, I have admitted in the past that some, all caps, some people, a very small percent, parentheses, can make money and do well in something like Amway. However, what MLM defenders like yourself, there's 2 likes in there, you must really like saying this, are unable to come to terms with the fact that MLMs are not this flawless and God-filled system that many claim it to be. First of all, I never said it was, okay? Because there's Christians by name only. There's Christians who have been baptized, who have been born again, and have a biblical worldview. There's different degrees based on what they believe and live out. That's number one. And then number two, MLMs are flawed because people are flawed. All right? So that's, I mean, let's just dispel both of those, because those are, I mean, this person is just interpreting some stuff. And really the purpose of this video is to get another perspective, right? An anti-MLM or anti-Amway perspective, because that's what I do on my channel, because we can always learn from somebody's perspective in general and really try to provide the other side, right? A more reasonable response to this type of stuff. So that's the purpose of it. And without further ado, let's continue with what he had to say. He said, the fact that you are unable to see, that sounds like projection, the flaws in MLM business plan, which closely resembles a pyramid scheme. Okay, pyramid schemes are illegal. I've already covered that. Speaks volumes about your character. So now we're going to the character attack. So it's not that I don't see something. It's that you haven't provided evidence as to how a person is taking or not taking personal responsibility for their thoughts, words, and actions separate from the MLM or company's business plan or compensation plan or income disclosure statement. I mean, yes, those are the data. That's the information of the outcome. But what's the reason why? We don't ever want to talk about that, right? Because it discounts or discredits or however you want to call it, your agenda. That's why. And it's just like, there's a lot of personal responsibility that goes in to a business succeeding or not. And is ownership being taken of that? No. That's why I do videos. Because taking ownership for something is not sexy or fun. It's actually really sometimes can produce weird feelings or bad or negative feelings, and people just don't want to do that. I get that, but you know, it's part of being an adult, growing up, being mature, you know, owning our ish, so to speak. All right, here's an example. He says, I am a Christian, and I know some people have been hurt in churches by Christians or so-called Christians. Doesn't mean all churches are bad, mind you, but I can recognize not all churches are flawless or good either. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at things on a case-by-case basis and what that person said or did to hurt someone and go from there, not penalize the whole church for that. Okay, leadership does trickle down, so what is the pastor or the preacher, you know, saying or doing? That's another aspect of things. Or, you know, they're leaders, right? So that's also important to factor in. He says, you on the other hand, not this hand, but this hand, would rather blame the person who had been damaged or screwed over by something like Amway instead of also looking at the persons they were recruited under. Nope, that's not it. I totally disagree with that. I don't blame anyone. I encourage people to take responsibility for their thoughts, words, and actions because it's not being done at all. Like, it's like 0% on that side. And in fact, this person is projecting so much that they don't even see that that they're actually blaming an MLM for everything. You know, it's just like, my goodness, like the lack of awareness with people is crazy sometimes. Anyway, many are told to put their trust in upline, and if the uplines give bad advice that ruin a relationship or marriage, or downline don't find success in business despite their best efforts, it's not just effort, it's your skills, it's your goals, it's your effort, it's the quantity and quality of your network, and it's your lead generation system. It's 5 main factors. Where do you stack up on a scale of 1 to 10 in each of these areas now and then in the future, and how does that relate to the income disclosure statement, the compensation plan, and taking ownership for whatever goes on in that whole process? The outcome we can't always control, but the process and what we do along the way in the journey we can, and specifically what we think, what we say, and what we do. And that's going to be based off of, you know, our values and our beliefs, and again, those 5 factors. But does he ever mention all of that? No, because he's not looking at things holistically or big picture. He's just like, it's the MLM's fault because the outcome came, we lost money. It's like, there's so much more to that than just that. But when you have an anti-MLM perspective and or anti-MLM predisposition, then anything that's not anti-MLM is already discounted, and you just want to win and be right, and that's really unreasonable, which is why I always suggest How to Solve Your People Problems that they don't want to, you know, read, because seeking understanding is something reasonable people do, right? And they're not. They go on to say, sure, it's the person's decision to follow said advice. Okay, but on some of the responsibility should be on those in Amway upline as well. Yes, you notice you said some of the responsibility. So if some is on the upline, that means most would need to be on the individual. But nobody likes to have that conversation. That's why I have it on my videos. That's right, that's right. So this is a conversation that keeps going on where it's, you know, anti-MLMers are like, see, nobody makes money, or, you know, see, a very small percent makes money in Amway or network marketing. And I'm like, well, that's part of the story. I mean, that's like saying, hey, the top 1% of people in America make $400,000 or more. See, 99% don't. It's just like, are you going to look at the reasons why there's that, or are you just going to keep pointing out that? I mean, yes, it is a fact, but root cause is also important, and reasons why is also very important, because like that's like everything. Like if somebody pushes you and saves your life, yeah, the outcome was they pushed you, but you wouldn't see it as save their life unless they, you know, told you like, hey, I'm going to push you right now because there's a car that's about to hit you. Like sometimes there is no time to do that. So they push you, you look at the action of, hey, I got pushed, I got hurt. And it's like, well, the outcome is that they saved your life. Yeah, that's fine, but it's just like, you know, sometimes the intent, sometimes a lot of that stuff isn't mentioned, but the outcome may not be what you want. You fell on the ground, but the intent was there. It was to help you. And the action may have hurt, but the outcome saved your life. Like, my point is there's a lot of things that go on besides the outcome that we look at, which is I got hurt and I'm still alive. But it's, yeah, there's decisions that were made, hey, I got pushed, but then there's also intent, hey, that person was trying to save your life. You know, there's a car coming, right? So you gotta look at everything, get all the information, so we can come to accurate conclusions. But anyways, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click the like button if you did. Share this video with somebody that would benefit from it. And most importantly, check out the links in the description below. I will have the original video as well as some other resources for you to check out and read if you're open to personal development, personal development, self-improvement, and hopefully self-actualizing one day, meaning reaching your highest potential according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Well, there you go. That is the pyramid. Okay, that you'll want to be a part of is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I will have all that information below, namely the resources and books to help you grow. Well, there you go, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, that all rhymed.